we learn about the different representation of graph. We learn about the pictograph, that is a picture representation of the data. After that we learn about the histogram. Also when we use histogram, when it is a grouped frequency distribution, and when we use a group frequency distribution, when we have a large amount of data. Okay, so whenever we have large amount of data, we will use the grouped frequency distribution, and for grouped frequency distribution we will use the histogram. Also we learn the bar graph. Bar graph means representing the data in a graph with the help of bars with the equal width and height is proportional to the data. Clear? After that we learn about the double bar graph. Now what is a double bar graph? Double bar graph means it is used to compare to observation, to data. Okay, so that time we use a double bar graph. Also we learn about the line graph in a previous time. So but here now today we will start about the pie chart. Now what is a pie chart? Pie chart is also called the circular graph. Why? Because we are representing the data in a circle. Okay. Now circular graph is there. So data can also presented using circle graph or pie chart. A circle graph shows the relationship between whole and its part. Now we already know that if it is a circular graph, then it is represented by different parts of the circle. Here you can see sleeping hours are 8 hours. So this part is represented by time student taken to sleep. School. So 6 hours is for school. So you can see that it is 8 hours, means it represents larger part. 6 hours represents smaller than 8 hours. It means it is clearly seen that from the graph that sleeping hours are more than time spending in school. Then play. Playing time is 3 hours. Now it is also clearly seen that it is less than school hours. Now other activity cover 3 hours. And last homework for 4 hours. Okay. Now from this one you can see that homework time is more than other activity, or you can say homework time is more than playing activity. Now here how can we divide whole circle into equal parts? Already we learned about the fraction. Okay, in fraction what we are performing? We divide whole thing into equal part, or we can say. So what is the part? If we want to find the fraction of circle that is covered, that represent time for sleeping. Okay, fraction of circle that represent time for sleeping. So now in a whole day, there are 24 hours. So means this whole circle represents 24 hours. Okay. Whole means this circle, and for one day there are 24 hours. It means this whole circle represents 24 hours for our example. So we can write whole circle represents 24 hours. Now we divide 24 hours in a different activity. Now here in a circle it is for 8 hours. So if you want to find the fraction of whole day, fraction of hours taken for a sleeping, so we can write fraction sleeping, that is time for sleeping divided by total hours of day. Now in a graph it is written that time for sleeping is 8 hours. So we can write 8 is numerator and 24, means from total 24 hours, 8 hours is given for a sleeping. So we can cut the common factor 1 by 3. Means from the whole circle, if we divide it into 3 equal parts, then one part is given to the sleeping hour. Clear? Now next fraction for school. So time given to school divided by hours of day. So time given to the school is 6 hours and total hours of the day are 24. So we can write 1 by 4. It means if we divide whole circle into 4 parts, then one part is given to the school. Clear? Now see we can find the fraction for playing. So time taken for playing divided by total hours. So in playing, student give 3 hours, total 24 hours. So it is 1 by 8. Means 1 by 8 part of the circle is given for a play. Clear? So if we convert this time into fraction, then it will be easy to divide the circle into different parts. Means it is easy to represent circle graph. So whenever we need to draw a circle graph, it is clear that we need to represent the data in a fraction form. Okay, this is what? Fraction form. But now, we know that circle is what? 360 degree. So here we need to divide 360 degree into different parts depending on the data. So let's take some example for that. So let's draw a pie chart for this information. Here in the table, which information is given? Flavor of ice cream. So chocolate flavor, vanilla ice cream and other flavor. Means here the students are surveyed and from that we get the observation like 50% student like chocolate flavor, 25% student like vanilla flavor and other flavor like strawberry, fruit and nuts and that like ice cream. Like by 25%. Okay, so we need to draw a pie chart for this. But here, the percentage is given. So how can we convert this into fraction? Because I already told you that first of all we need to convert the data into fraction form. Okay, and after fraction we need to represent it as a fraction of 360 degree. Why? Because circular graph is nothing but 360 degree. So here 50%. Now we know that percentage is always calculated from 100. Means from 100, 50 student like chocolate flavor. From 100, 25 student like vanilla flavor. And from 100, other flavor like by 25 student. Okay, what is this percentage? Percentage is always calculated from 100. So from 100, it represents 50. From 100, 25 students and from 100. Now, this is the fraction form, so we can find the simplest form. So, whenever this kind of data is given, you need to find the fraction of given data. So, let's make a table for that. Here, flavors. So, first is the chocolate flavor. Now percentage is given 50%. So we can find fraction 50 divided 100. So it is 250. So 1 by 2. Now 1 by 2 means what? Half means half part of circle must be represent chocolate flavor. Now next vanilla flavor. That is 25%. It means fraction can be represented by 2500 is 1 by 4. Now next, other flavor 25%, that is 25 divided 100, 1 by 4. Now we get the fraction form for a circle, but here the circle is nothing but the 360 degree. Means we need to divide 360 degree into 1 by 2 part, 1 by 4 part and 1 by 4 part. Okay, we need to divide 360 degree into half part, 1/4 part and 1/4 part. So how can we find? Now it means we need to divide 360 degree such that half part represent chocolate, 1/4 part represent vanilla and 1/4 part represent other flavor. So how can we divide 360? So part of 360 or you can write fraction of 360. So 1 by 2 of 360. That is what? 1. You can cut the common factor. 1/4 of 360. So that is 90 degree, and 1/4 of 360, that is 90 degree. Means from this 360 we need to represent 180 degree for chocolate flavor, 90 degree for vanilla flavor, and 90 degree for other flavors. Now here how can you draw a circular graph? So first of all you need to make a circle with any radius. Okay, with now take a center point, because we draw a circle from this center point. Now use a protractor. So this is 180. We need to draw a line for this. Okay. Now if we start from 0 here, then 180 will be here. It means 180 degree we need to draw like this. So this is our 180 degree, and that represents chocolate flavor. Now we draw this line. Now use a protractor. And next is 90 degree. So this is 90 degree. So draw a line that represents 90 degrees with this line. So this is what? 90 degree, and that represents vanilla flavor. And this is the 90 degree remaining, that is other flavor. Clear? So this way you can draw a pie chart. Here you need to draw a circle with any radius. So make a proper circle first. Then from center make a line here. So now you need to use protractor, and from 0 you need to draw 180 degree. If it is 60 degree, then you need to mark point here. But here now it is 80 degree, so we will mark point here and draw a line. Now after that we need to represent 90 degree. So again use protractor and draw 90 degree, and remaining part represent 90 degree. Now example 1. So here adjoining pie chart gives the expenditure on various items and saving of the family during the month. So this is the pie chart that is already given in your textbook. You need to observe this pie chart and answer the question. So now in a graph you can see that 25% of monthly expenditure is given to food. Now 10% is given to clothes, 15% given for saving, 20% for other expenditure, 5% is for transportation, 10% house rent, and 15% is given for the education of children. Okay, so this information is given, and from this information you need to answer the question. So what is the first? On which item the expenditure was maximum? Now how can we find what is the maximum? Whatever part in a circle is larger, that represents maximum expenditure. Now here you can see 25% is given for food. That is a maximum expenditure. So you can write expenditure on food is maximum. Now next, expense on which item is equal to the same. Now in a graph you can see that saving is 15%, on which other the expense is same as 15%. So here education is also 15%. So you can write expense on saving is same as the expense on education, and you can write expense on education is same as the expense on saving. So you can write education is equal to the saving. Clear? Now next, if the monthly saving is rupees 3000, what is the monthly expense on clothes? Now it is given that 3000 rupees is monthly saving. That is what? 15%. So we can write 15% of expense is 3000. So what is the 10% of expense? Because here cloth is what? 10%. So 15% is given 3000. So what will be the 10%? Okay, 15% is given 3000. So what will be the 10%? So we can write the cross multiplication. 3000 multiplied 10 divide 50. 200 multiplied 10, that is 2000. Means if 15% is 3000, then 10% is 2000. Clear? So you can also answer the question by observing the graph.